What's going on, Squid Gang? And boy, do we have a story today. And I'm gonna just preface this now. Don't expect me to make LTG videos all the time. I plan on just doing this video, and then after that, going on why he's bad in Smash and Tekken and stuff like that, deep dives on why he's such a scrub. Although we all know that, but I think it'd be entertaining for me to break it down because I actually play those games competitively. However, let's get into the actual meat and potatoes of this video, because boy is it a doozy. So as of recording of this video, it has been unearthed on Twitter that Dale, aka Low Tier God, is over $121,000 in debt with a 660 credit score. Now, I have a higher credit score than Dale, but that's not the point. I mean, 660 is not that bad, but if he focused on paying off his debts and paying his bills correctly, he'd be in the 700s to be able to get that house. But at 40 and have such bad credit, or dang near 40 and have such bad credit, I mean, I still can't really call it bad. 600, they still call that not so bad credit, but for someone who claims to be a baller and all this other stuff, you would think he would have a good credit score. So that's why he's getting ragged on so much about it, because any normal person, if they say, oh, my credit at 660, they're like, oh, that's not that bad. But LTG wants to claim that he's this big old baller and scholar. What baller is in debt? What baller has that much money in debt? You know? But that's not even the worst part, my fellow squids. Not even the worst part, gang. It also, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen right here, this man Dale has a 10-year-old daughter. And if you have been trolling Dale and following behind this man, you would know some of the shit that he says about having a daughter. Here, I'm gonna put some of the tweets up right here on the screen too. Just a couple of the tweets that he says about not having a daughter. As a matter of fact, courtesy of this video of Shang Tsung, look at this clip of him saying what he would do if his kids showed up on his doorstep. Just watch this for a second.
Oh, you know that you were my dad? Like, why weren't you there? I'd be like, what the fuck you talking about? I paid for you for all these years, so why the hell would I fuck with a kid I gotta pay for? Get the fuck out of my face. Are you serious, Dad? Or Dad, are you serious? What the fuck you talking about? I didn't agree to have your motherfucking ass. Nigga, your mom got a bag off you for fucking 18 years. Did you think the shit was gonna be kumbaya? Like, nigga, get the fuck off my doorstep. And I would have had the tool tucked just in case. Is there an issue? Wait, hold on, you're pulling a gun on me? Absolutely, bruh. Get the fuck off my doorstep. I did not agree to have you. If it's a girl, I'm like, did I stutter? Get off the doorstep. You are not one of my authentic children. Get out of here.
When you're a clown, nobody takes you seriously.
Mind you, that is only a preview of the video he's about to drop soon. And that, if you saw the date, he dropped that back in March. Oh boy, this is going to be a crazy one, man. And I'm about to just give my 2 cents on this, really, because it makes me very, very mad. It really does, because when that information got out by the trolls and he caught wind of it, he started to, you know, quote unquote play along with it, or, you know, downplay it like none of it's true, or it is true, and he just act like it's not that serious. Again, I'm about to put this up back on the screen. There's actual documentation showing that he does have to pay child support to a child that he has, a daughter that's 10 years old. And it makes me mad because we've heard some of the over-sexualized things he said about having a daughter. Come to find out, it was all projection. He was saying all that because that's how he sees his own actual daughter, and that's freaking sickening. And that's what pisses me off about the whole thing, because I have kids. I have a son and I have a daughter. My daughter's 10 months old, you know. And as a father, who the hell would over-sexualize or look at their daughter as a sex object? They are human beings. And it pisses me, it brings my blood to a whole boil, because as a father, seeing another person who's supposed to be doing their job and being a fucking father is acting like a goddamn clown and doing dumb shit like this. And I'm sorry if it seems like I'm getting worked up, but like, it makes me mad when parents or people who are supposed to be parents mistreat their kids. Now, I know it's supposed to be a rumor that, oh, maybe he's not really a father, it's whatever. Again, there's documentation proof that he has a damn child. There's actual documents with his name and everything in it that he has a child. And I'm very, very sorry for that little girl. That little girl is suffering the most, because imagine having that person as your father. Look at his internet footprint of all the stuff that he has done and said, and that little girl is forever going to be tied to this douchebag of a human being. And I hope one day, and if not already, that she finds or has a father figure that could teach her right from wrong, that can love her the way a father is supposed to. You know, because God knows she's not going to get it from this clown, given how he speaks candidly about not having a daughter and what daughters are useful for. It's kind of crazy. Like, when I see my kids, I look at them as individuals. My daughter she knows sign language, and she can talk, and she's only 10 months old, mind you. That's amazing, seeing my little girl do that. And my son, same thing. My son knows sign language. My son can talk in full sentences, can do basic math at 3, you know, can count forward and backwards, count by 2s, 3s, 10s, 5s, forward and backwards, you know, and he's pretty much teaching himself how to do that, and he articulates very, very well. Like, I'm proud of my kids. I'm so glad I became a father, and it's giving my life purpose. This clown has had a child for 10 years, and he still acts like this. Man, I don't get it. Like, most people, when they have kids, they grow up and mature and change their life around, right? This man is chasing this dragon of trying to be famous instead of taking care of his goddamn child, taking care of his goddamn debt. It's like, oh my God, if you thought this man was a scumbag or such a fucking fraud before, this man is a deadbeat in debt fraud. You know, this man should borderline just file for bankruptcy at this point, because being almost 40 years old and you still owe all this money in fucking child support, and you have all this money in debt over a goddamn car you bought, like, this man is beyond saving. I don't know how anyone could defend this shit, like, even at all, really. Because if he doesn't want the daughter, if he didn't want her, why didn't he sign his rights over from the beginning? Because I'm pretty sure that whatever girl he conceived this child with, whatever woman he conceived this child with, brought it to his attention when she was pregnant. I'm pretty sure she did. There's no way in hell he went 10 years without knowing. There's no way. She brought it up to him. At any point in this little girl's life, he could have said, man, fuck this. I really don't want no attachment, no ties, no nothing. I'm signing over my rights. I'm signing over. And he didn't do that. So what scares me is that he talks all this shit about not wanting a daughter, and how he wouldn't be so happy or surprised if he had a daughter, or he would hate to have a daughter. My worst nightmare is that when this little girl gets older, he's gonna do some weird incestuous shit. Because we already see how he's groomed his one ex-girlfriend. He was fucking 29 years old. She was 17. I'm afraid for this little girl. I really am. Like, this child is FFB. For any of my people who watch RMP Kampachi, that means fucked from birth. Because having anyone tied to his bloodline or lineage, it's just a downgrade. It is just awful. Because to have that person as your father, a man who pisses in bottles, a man who believes women are objects, a man who believes that fame and wealth is greater than anything, you know, a man who thinks being a narcissist is okay, a man who thinks laughing at people unaliving themselves is okay. This man, who will want that man as a father figure, anyone to look up to? This man is sick. It's fucked up. Like, yeah, he's a lolcow. It is easy to laugh at him being so shitty and terrible at fighting games, and it's crazy. And I don't know what his excuse is for why he's so goddamn bad at all these fighting games. I have 2 kids, and yet I still make the time to be good at these games. I have a career, I have a job, I have a family, I have a place of my own, and yet this man is older than me, older than a lot of the trolls, with a shitty credit score, living alone with a roommate and 2 cats, with air conditioning that barely even fucking works. So it's like, if you ever feel that your life is bad, look at his life. You could be $121,000 in debt like he is, but you're not. You're always going to be miles ahead of Dale. Just understand that for anybody watching. And again, shout out to Shang, Immo, TheTalesofDale, I think that's his name, and a couple other trolls who, I think highcalciumgod also. who unearthed all this stuff and put it out there and restreamed it. Shout outs to all y'all. Shout outs to everyone, you know, watching it and putting it out there, because we can't let this bozo get away with this. Really, he can't, because the kids are the future. And if you're gonna sit there and be a deadbeat and be all fucked up, you should be constantly reminded that you're a fucked up father. Really, like he goes in on how his dad failed him and all this other stuff, and then look at him. The apple don't fall too far from the fucking tree, because he's doing the same thing with his daughter. But come to think of it, him not being there is actually doing her a freaking favor. Really, like, he should just pay child support and just stay away from her forever, so she's never rotten or spoiled, you know, or tainted by LTG. It's already bad enough that she shares blood with this clown. Let's just hope that their mother is nowhere near like Dale, because God, think about it, this woman laid down with this clown, so I hope she's not as bad, if not worse than him. I hope not. But wishful thinking, I want to assume that after that child was born, that the mother grew up, something that Dale should have did, but clearly fucking not. Still chasing his pipe dream. And it makes me think, do you guys think Alana might have knew that he had a dad? Not a dad, but had a daughter? If so, what do you think she thought of it? Or did he just keep it well kept secret? But how do we not know this now? When he speaks so candidly and goes so hard on why he doesn't want a daughter, is because this whole time he's had one. That's why he hates it so much, because I guess he attributes all his struggles to him having a daughter and being in debt. My dude, you went up in it raw and shot the club up. What was you expecting to happen? So now LTG shouldn't be worried about being called Unc anymore. He's a whole goddamn father. He should be worried about being the dad. You know, all this other shit. That's what he should be worried about. Taking care of his damn daughter. The man, according to the documents, he owes over, what, $960 in debt, in child support? Damn, bro. Like, that's pretty dang sad. Like, that explains a lot why his life and why he feels the way he does. But, again, these are all his decisions he made. He could have been smart and did it the right way. Like I said earlier, he could have signed his rights over and been free of it. He would have been like, yeah, I made the baby, I helped make this child, but I don't gotta raise it, I don't gotta do nothing, I have no rights to it. Clearly he wanted to have some sort of attachment, because he didn't do that. Or he's just an idiot and didn't know that he can freaking do that. Which, I don't know how he wouldn't. For someone who is so adamant about not having kids, or especially not having a daughter, you would think he would look into that. But no, he does not. This man doesn't do a lick of research on anything that he cares about, or anything that's in his life. So clearly he doesn't know that. Clearly he would never know that, because look at where he's at. Paying child support, living paycheck to paycheck, living in a goddamn desert wasteland of Lancaster, and being almost 40 years old, still relying on having a roommate to survive. Now, for people out there who are in their mid to late 20s still having a roommate, ain't nothing wrong with that. You're working on yourself to be better, to get your own place, get your own house, so you don't gotta worry about it. It's stepping stones. This man has pissed off everyone and claims that he has a life that no one else has, and he's doing better than everybody else. No, the hell he's not. This man is, what's lower than a bum? Seriously, this man is so deep in a hole, I don't think he can fucking see himself at the bottom. Like, what is lower than the abyss? What is lower than that, really? Because think about it. The man has been blackballed from a lot of major tournaments. So if he wanted to get back into fighting games, he freaking can't even compete. Not that he would get anywhere, because he's awful. He's been on TV once, and the only reason they put him on TV is because he's a rageaholic and he's easy to laugh at. Everyone even knows that. He can't act worth a damn. No company, no director would ever want him a part of a movie or anything of the sort. Like, he's a brand risk, he's a loose cannon, and he can't fucking watch his mouth. He's so damn sensitive and emotional, but yet this man claims to be an alpha male, a baller, a scholar, you know, all this stuff that he claims that he is and that he's not broke. The man sits at home and streams for 8 hours a day and gives himself fake gift subs. It's been proven he gives himself subs. Every time, because no one is watching him and enjoying his content. The man can't even make content on freaking YouTube anymore. He's been banned. He's been banned on Twitter like 50 other freaking times. This man has burned literally every sort of bridge and lost so many resources he could have made to make money. So now he has to depend on a 9-to-5 job while being a felon. So there's some jobs he still can't even get. you know, which screws him out of the debt he needs to pay. And he has to stream constantly, but he keeps getting banned, so he's not even a partner. He's an affiliate. So he depends on people subbing and giving him gifts or getting gift subs for him to even get paid. This man has burned all his resources to make money. It's not even funny. This is all his fault. At this point, this man better start selling crack or something if he gonna pay off that debt. I'm telling you, he gotta do something. But that's pretty much all I got for this video. I didn't want to get too worked up. I had a lot more to say, but I felt myself getting angry talking about it because I'm a father and I hate when I see kids go without their parents, or when kids have a shitty parent or shitty parents. You know, it makes me mad, especially with all this shit that he has said about, you know, wanting a daughter and if he had a daughter. I'm pretty sure when I showed that clip earlier, that should make y'all mad because that man talked about keeping a gun on him or pulling a gun on his kids if they came to his doorstep wanting to have a relationship with him. Like, what man says some shit like that? What man would say, oh, I have to keep a gun tucked in case my illegitimate child tries to have a relationship with me? This guy is a loony bin, like beyond that. That's, ooh, see, I just said I wouldn't want to get myself mad, but like I'm over here getting myself angry. But I'm gonna call it there for this video, and I appreciate all the likes and all the subs y'all have got me. We have 405 subs right now, yo, and I really greatly appreciate that. But I don't want y'all to get y'all hopes up and think that I'm going to be an LTG coverage channel. Nah, like I just wanted to cover this because, I mean, I just made that video about him and the whole DreamCon drama. I could cover this, but I don't want you guys to think that my channel is going to revolve around clowning this dude. Like, whenever there's a chance to clown on him in fighting games, yeah, we'll do that. No matter who it is, if it's someone we could laugh at, like 6Arkin or freaking DSP or whatever does some goofy shit in fighting games, yeah, we can laugh about it or explain why they're so bad, and I can do like a analytical deep dive on why they're bad at these games. Sure, we can do that, but I do not want this channel to be a designated LTG channel. That's all. I don't want you guys to get that impression that I'm going to keep doing this forever. No, I'm still going to keep making my fighting game videos because that's what my channel is based around. But enough with the rambling. Appreciate the support. Love you guys. Y'all take care out there. Peace.